and welcome to 404s of the World, a spin-off series of remarkable engines where we briefly cover the history of an engine numbered 404 in 4 minutes and 4 seconds. In this episode, we'll be covering one of the many iconic engines that worked for one of the scrappiest and determined Class 1s in the Midwest, the Rock Island. Since there are once again only a handful of photos available of this particular engine, this episode will attempt to cover the general history of the class that this 404 belongs to, as it particularly tells the same story of a hard-working late streamliner that served the Rock Island to the very end. So without further ado, let's go over the history of Rock Island 404. Our story begins in the midst of EMD's heyday, where F3s and F7s are being sold left and right, since not only are they great mixed goods engines that can handle both passenger and freight with ease, but their short 4-axle trucks makes them excellent for traversing the winding mountains of the West Coast. But with such excessive use, these journeys were often taxing on their water tanks that were used for external steam generators to heat the trailing passenger cars. To solve this, EMD decided to extend the F-unit car body by a mere 4 feet, so this way they could fit the water tank and the steam generator in the same car body, and essentially give it similar characteristics to an E-unit, and essentially being one of EMD's first mandated passenger variants. This variant was known as the FP7A, with P denoting passenger, with plenty of railroads placing orders for these powerful variants with almost 400 engines built over 4 years. Luckily for this episode, the Rock Island was the first railroad to purchase an FP7, namely number 402 in June of 1949, which therefore makes 404, the locomotive to be focused on, the third FP7 ever built, 1 month after 402. Upon delivery, 404 along with the other 9 FP7s were placed on a wide variety of jobs across the Rock Island's vast system, ranging from mail trains to flagship expresses, anywhere between Iowa and Arkansas. Likewise, 404 wore a number of different paint schemes over the years, mostly becoming less detailed over time, as 404 along with 407 were even reported to receive experimental high-speed gearing, but no Mars lights. Despite worsening track conditions, 404 and the rest of the railroad's diverse fleet managed to push on through the 60s and 70s, especially when it came to their commuter service from Chicago to Joliet. In addition to the various passenger cars on the main line, the commuter trains were especially known for having a wide variety of engines and passenger cars alike, as 404 joined this colorful fleet with golden wings added on its front in the late 60s. However, deferred maintenance mixed with competition from trucks hit the Rock Island especially hard in terms of service, and with 404 along with the rest of the FP7s being reassigned to freight service at this time, as in order to improve their overall image and to receive new power, 404 was traded into EMD and scrapped with the other FP7s in 1972. Thankfully, the legacy of this 404 still lives on to this day. In model form was an Astor and Genesis HO gauge model, and through the countless reels of photos and videos of the Rock Island's incredibly diverse roster, as this engine served as one of many examples of a hard-working, do-it-all diesel that ran across the entire Rock Island Railroad until the very end. This episode's honorable 404 is S41 class number 404, a 280 built by Brooks in 1917, with the FP7 404 very well replacing this episode's honorable 404. Thank you again for watching. Credit for all the photos used go to their respective photographers, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Have a good day.